Did you know that the humble fork can explode with a force equivalent to 1 billion nuclear bombs in a matter of seconds? This seemingly ordinary utensil holds a dark secret, one that's been hiding in plain sight for centuries. The fork's explosive potential stems from a phenomenon called high-speed impact, where a tiny object can release a massive amount of energy when dropped from a great height. Imagine a grain of sand containing an entire library of information, and you'll get an idea of the incredible power that lies within a single fork. But that's not the strangest part, as we're about to discover that the fork's explosive potential is just the tip of the iceberg. In fact, the fork's design is so cleverly crafted that it can be used as a makeshift projectile, capable of piercing through even the toughest materials. The fork's tines, when arranged in a specific pattern, can create a shockwave that's strong enough to shatter glass or even metal. It's like a miniature missile, packed with the power of 1,000 tiny explosions, all contained within the humble fork. But how does this work, you ask? Well, it all comes down to the science of high-speed impact and the properties of materials. When an object is dropped from a great height, it can reach speeds of up to 100 miles per hour, generating an immense amount of kinetic energy. This energy is then transferred to the object's surface, causing it to deform and potentially shatter upon impact. The fork's design takes advantage of this phenomenon. When energy and a fork create a shockwave that's inserted into a strong enough to material shatter even the toughest materials. But wait, until you hear what comes next. The fork's explosive potential is not just limited to impact, but also to the way it interacts with other materials. When energy and a fork create a shockwave that's inserted into a strong enough to material, it can create a shockwave that's strong enough to cause the material to deform or even shatter. This phenomenon is known as the fork effect, and it has far-reaching implications for fields such as materials science and engineering. The fork effect is a result of the fork's unique design, which allows it to transfer energy to the material in a way that's similar to high-speed impact. But how does this affect us in the real world? Well, the fork effect has numerous applications in industries such as aerospace and construction. In fact, researchers are even exploring the use of forks as a way to create new materials with unique properties. Imagine a material that's stronger than steel, yet lighter than air. That's the kind of innovation that the fork effect could bring about. The fork effect is not just limited to materials science, but also has implications for our daily lives. For example, the fork effect could be used to create new cooking techniques that are faster and more efficient than ever before. Imagine being able to cook a meal in a matter of seconds, using a fork that's capable of creating a shockwave strong enough to shatter even the toughest ingredients.
The possibilities are endless, and it's all thanks to the humble fork, which has been hiding its explosive potential in plain sight for centuries.
So, learn from the which has been hiding its fork's explosive potential in plain sight for explosive centuries potential. Well, it all comes down to the science of high-speed impact and the properties of materials. The fork effect is a result of the fork's unique design, which allows it to transfer energy to the material in a way that's similar to high-speed impact. This phenomenon has far-reaching implications for fields such as materials science and engineering, and could even lead to new innovations in the future. The fork effect is not just limited to materials science, but also has implications for our daily lives, from cooking to construction. In conclusion, the fork's explosive potential is just the tip of the iceberg, and it's all thanks to the science of high-speed impact and the properties of materials. So, the next time you pick up a fork, remember that it's not just a simple utensil, but a powerful tool that's capable of creating a shockwave strong enough to shatter even the toughest materials. And if you found this fascinating, subscribe for more incredible stories like this, and join our journey of discovery. Want more mind-blowing facts? Hit subscribe and join our community of curious learners.